This has got to be the worst project car that I have ever had. Once this was a brand new car 20 years ago. This car is from 2004, but underneath, guys, water. I think something or lift inside this engine bay. This, guys, is a car that you would find in a scrapyard when it's all out in the elements. This car is so completely ruined, it's unbelievable. Come on, come on. See, everything has been removed, all the panels, etc. Now it's time to clean this. I'm gonna clean the rest of this off camera. You're probably not interested in that. So let's get inside and clean all the panels. This is the driver's seat. Also, again, the center console, as you can see, everything is looking pretty new, to be honest. As you can see, guys, I have not done anything to this engine since the last video because of the other car. The plan today is to remove the engine from the engine bay, remove everything and make it look like a brand new car again. So basically we are going to get the engine out and replace the thermostat. We are going to replace all the rubber seals. We are going to replace this little guy over here, clean everything up, sandblast parts like this, parts like this, etc. all rusted. We're going to sandblast it, paint it again, and it will all hopefully look brand new again. And guys, the sun is coming out, thank God, no snow. And well, hopefully it will start right up, because the engine has troubles starting, but it's probably due to electronics or yeah, corrosion or whatever. And guys, look how dirty is this. Some animals have lived inside this engine, so yeah, I'm very curious what I will see when everything is out. But at the end of this video, this has to look brand new. Well, guys, the car is up in the air, and as you can see, everything is very rusty. It's not damaged, as you can see, those wishbones, etc. Everything is basically brand new, but the car just stood still for a very long time. And when a car is not moving and not driving and just standing in weather, you will get things like that. Everything is rusted, so we have to clean this all up. Same from the wishbones. Subframe is all just fly rust, I hope. This also, seal, etc. is all fine. It's just rust. So let's check out the other side. Rusty engine bay. And the other side, guys, well, same issue, guys, same issue. Once this used to be black, you know, as you can see, just dirty and rusty. Well, guys, we are starting with the front. We're going to remove the front, the headlights, the grille, and then we can work our way back to the engine and remove everything. Hey. The two coolant hoses are out, all disconnected. Now it's time to remove this front, and to remove the front basically just a few bolts over here on the bottom, same on that side, and it can come out. Luckily there was no air coolant inside. So as you can see, I could disconnect all the wires easily without getting any fluor or whatever in the ozone layer. So yeah, all perfect. I got most bolts out. It's still hanging on this one over here and the other one over there. But I found out that this car had an accident. As you can see, this part is all pushed in. It's damaged over here. And I noticed a crack in the bumper. Also on this part is missing. So the owner, the garage who owns this car, still has this plastic piece, so that's all fine. You can change it itself. I'm not gonna wait for that. So he will pull this back probably also, but yeah, it's minor damage. It's nothing serious. So I'm gonna remove those two bolts, and then the front can come off, and yeah, we are good to go. Well guys, the front is off, and look, oh man, so much still to do. Going to remove air conditioning, alternator, some wires for the ground on the gearbox over there, and the axles has to go off, and then the engine can come out. Hey. And then we are going to clean the engine bay from the inside, so we have to clean everything on the inside. Those parts, this will be removed. Gonna clean this all up, all the hoses, etc. Yeah. Oh man, look at the mess. But hey, it is going to be perfect, but it takes some effort, and looking at the conditions where I'm gonna have to work, yeah, not the most ideal place to do, but we're making progress. That's the most important part. And in the end guys, the result has to be perfect. Well guys, technically speaking, I should get the engine out right now. I might use another one of these straps, but it will probably hold. What I did is removed the drive shaft over this side, same on the other side. So this way the gearbox is all free and still connected to the engine. Yeah. Your mount, gearbox mount or the engine mount on the bottom side is also loose, so I have to remove this one and three on that side, or maybe I'll just, yeah, I'm gonna do these three and it will come out. Yeah, let's go. And of course it got dark, and well, I still want to get the engine out, and the reason why it is not out is because there was that engine mount or gearbox mount, which is located over here, was secured by a 50mm bolt that I couldn't reach because the gearbox is in. So then I also, so now you can see something. I also forgot to remove the gear linkage cables. This is the only thing keeping me from getting the engine out, so I'm gonna remove those three, I think it's three bolts, and remove those two linkage cables, and then it should come out. Yep. Well, it is what it is. It's not summer, it's not spring, it's still winter, so yeah, it's getting very dark very early, so yep, let's go. Well, she's coming out slowly. Look. Oh man, it's heavy. It's really heavy, but it's coming out. So I'm gonna get it out. As you can see, it's pitch dark. Can't see anything. I'm gonna get it out put it in the garden, and I'm gonna start recording from there. See you in a bit. Well guys, even though it is dark outside, I managed to get the engine out. As you can see, everything is out. Gearbox and engine is out, nothing is broken, thank God. I sprayed the floor completely wet, so all the coolant is gone. There's no oil leakage, so that's all fine. Yeah, happy. Yes, I did it. Oh man, this is the hardest job that I ever did in the evening. I mean, come on. Oh man, I'm crazy, but yeah. Anyways, hey, all for you guys, so don't forget to subscribe, you know what to do.
The next day.
Well guys, the engine is out, and as you can see, the back of the engine looks pretty clean. But if we are going to the front, it's a different story. So all the dirt and oil leakages, etc., are all over on this side. This is the oil cooler pipe going down here all the way to the oil cooler over there, and as you can see, everything is very dirty, and probably because this little seal over here is damaged and all the oil is leaking over here, etc., all the way down to here. Anyways, let's clean it all up. I'm going to remove the gearbox from the engine, and then we get the engine on the stand, clean it all up. And yeah, so the plan for this video guys is to make sure the engine is completely stripped and then rebuild it with brand new parts. Let's go. But it's been a while since I last worked on the Schumacher and got the engine out, so I probably have to remove all the wiring, etc. first. Get all the wiring off the throttle body. Yeah, basically let's start with all the coil plugs, all the coils, the wiring, etc. And yeah, I'm gonna start with that, and then the gearbox out. Then the engine can go on a mount, and then probably, yeah. Oh man, what a job this is. This is crazy. Really, really, really dirty. This is the camshaft sensor, and this is a knocking sensor. Again, this is the crankshaft sensor and another knocking sensor. It's time to get the starter motor out, and it's held in by 3 bolts, one over here, there, and all the way over there, where you need a very, very long ratchet. But let's get it out. It's time to remove the gearbox from the engine. There's a bolt over here, a bolt over there, and a bolt over here, and the last one is here, and I think also on the bottom one, yep, a small one over here. Yep, so I'm gonna remove those bolts, and then hopefully we can get this gearbox out and the engine back up in the air. Let's go. All bolts have been removed. Let's see if the gearbox will come off. There she goes. Okay, this is heavy. Well guys, the gearbox is out, as you can see. And it's heavy, it's really heavy. So now we need to remove the clutch and the flywheel, then the engine can go on a stand, and then we can remove all these parts, etc. and make it all look fresh again. So now I want to remove this intake manifold, and the way I have to do that is to remove this coolant hose over here. That is going to the thermostat. I already removed the wire. It's simply clicked in with some plastic tabs over here. Here it is. Normally it's clipped in like this, so we can easily remove it. Now, to get this part off, just look how dirty it is. All animal stuff, etc. What I'm gonna do is remove the clamps, those ones, and then simply, probably I can take it off. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Maybe there's also a bolt over here, I see. But there are no bolts at the bottom, I'm 100% sure. That's because of that bracket, it's holding it in place. So it's probably only connected with these clamps. Yep, and that bolt. So let's remove it and see what we got. So there she comes. So a good thing nothing fell inside the intake, so I'm gonna vacuum it and remove all that poo and I don't know what else it is, but I'm gonna vacuum it, clean it, and then we can remove the injectors. At least this whole intake. This is also the manifold, by the way. I'm gonna remove it. Just some bolts here, on top, etc, etc, etc. And this unit will come off. And after we removed this intake manifold, we are going to remove the knocking sensor, a coolant pipe going through the thermostat. And yeah, I'm gonna clean it up and paint it. Same on the other side. Yeah, let's go. As you can see, guys, there's a lot of oil on this gasket from the intake, and it's probably coming from this big rubber seal that's underneath this plastic cover. It's probably, yeah, the rubber probably turned into plastic, got hard, it does not seal anymore, and the oil's dripping out all the way here, down here, etc, etc, etc. Same on this part. As you can see, there is a lot of oil. So it's a good thing we are taking it apart and we are cleaning it, removing all the animal stuff, and paint it and make it look like a brand new engine again. Haha, let's go! What I'm gonna do right now is remove this mount from the air conditioning and the alternator, remove some other parts like this rusty spanner over here, and then I'm gonna use one of these all the way up here somewhere, just to be safe, because this engine is really heavy, much heavier than a 1.6 it was on this stand, but I don't really trust this stand, and the engine is heavy and I don't want it to drop. So let's go.
Day 4.
These are all the bolts that I got out of the engine bay. As you can see, they are very, very rusty. Now it's time to sandblast them. I cleaned them, got all the dirt off, and all the corrosion and the rust is still left, so we are going to clean the rust, all these parts, and see what it will look like. But this is one of the rusty bolts. And it's looking all fresh. These are one of the sandblasted parts. Engine mount, gearbox mount, and the lock for the bonnet. So we are still going to paint it, of course, but everything is looking pretty good, pretty clean. So imagine, for example, these gearbox mount, engine mount, sorry. So imagine this engine mount with a brand new part on top in a very clean engine bay, and everything will look brand new. So that's the whole plan of this build, is making sure everything will look brand new again. To give you an impression, this is how it looked before, because this is a used one, and this is how it looks right now, and we still need to paint it. Well guys, the engine is almost stripped. Only the oil cooler pipe and some other hoses down there, which we will do in the next video. So in the next video guys, we are going to replace the thermostat for a brand new one. Just a little minor difference. We are going to replace the gaskets made by L-Ring and also the big seal in here, which is this rubber seal. Well guys, I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.